Slakia, Shalom. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS for teaching me his truth and real will. And citations to the whole elect throughout the four winds of the earth. Shalom, Labakar, Mabarakim, Sarah Sharalas, peace and blessings to the nation of Israel and the Lord Shalom Kodash, the Holy Tongue. This is Asha Kabashian. Come back to you with another lesson. In this video, I'm gonna talk about how, if you have not repented yet, if you haven't turned back to the Lord, whose name is truly Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh as a father, Bahashem in the name of, Yahweh Shai as a son. Alright, if you have not repented back to those your true names, not Jehovah, not Yeshaya, not any of those other names, it's only Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in the true and pure language. So, right now, I'm gonna get into how you want to seek the Lord now. Alright, now is the best time to get this bread, or get this food, get this water, get this spiritual bread, man. Alright, I'm going to get into Isaiah 55 verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call out ye upon him while he is near. So right now, the Lord is near. Or his spirit can still be found. So if the Lord gives you that spirit, it gives you the spirit to hearken unto his word, you better do it. Or you don't want to ignore him, man. Because the scriptures speak of, hard-headed Jake, turning his back on the Lord. Alright? But yeah, I'm going to jump to Romans 11 and 7. Romans chapter 11 verse 7. What then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So yeah, basically, the elect, which is the true men teaching his word and in its utmost sincerity and truth, which is found in GMS, are the ones that have this faith and teach the true gospel of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, which teach the truth out of the Bible, the so-called the Biblios, or the collection of books. But yeah, 2/3 were blinded by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. So even though they see all this hell happening right now, even though they see all these events happening, even though they see all this shit about to crash, they still hesitate. Yeah, they want to turn back to the Lord, but they can't because they were blinded. They're given a spirit to where they can't turn back to the Lord, and they're given a spirit to where all they can think about and all they can desire is carnal stuff, money, the club, woman, etc. All right. Now, obviously, if you're in this truth, having money right now, at least, is obviously how you get your food, right? But it becomes a problem when all you're thinking about is getting money. Because really, what should be on your mind is this word, all right? You should be meditating on this word day and night. This should be your meditation, all right, day and night. Yeah, I'm going to get Joshua 1 and 8. I'm going to jump to the other scripture. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. Verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. So from morning to evening, you should be having this word, in your heart, your lob, your mind. All right, lob means mind, which most of the time when the scriptures say heart, they're talking about the mind. Because if you go into the Hebrew, the word for heart is lob, which is your mind, or your mental. All right, I'm gonna start from the top again. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So if you're meditating this word, and observing to do good, if you're trying to do right by this law, and you're meditating on it, then you're gonna succeed, man. All right. Now, obviously, yes, you're gonna have certain thoughts pop up in your head, and you're not constantly, every single second, every single, millisecond of the day, gonna have, this word in your mind. But that should be your intention, all right? You shouldn't purposely, be trying to do wrong, like the 2/3 of Israel. All right, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna touch on the observe to do all that is written therein, because the things that are written in this book and the things that are written in the Old Testament and things that are written, which the Old Testament is not done away with, that is false. That's false doctrine. But the things that are written of old were written for our learning, which I'm going to get into right now. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So these scriptures give us hope. Alright? Meditating in the scriptures, meditating in this word, in this book, gives us gives us that comfort that we're gonna need to get through these times. Alright, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times. Alright. So when you're reading these scriptures, you want to meditate on them, you know. That's lucky. Isaiah 33:6. Alright, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Alright, so if you fear the Lord in that day, that's gonna be the treasure, man. And if you have the knowledge of these scriptures, of the so-called Bible, the Biblios, and that's gonna be your stability. All right, you have the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Especially you know that name, and you have faith in that name. All right, just because you know the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but you have faith in who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. You have faith in that name. That's just vain, because you know. You need to cast all your cares, and you put all your faith into the true name, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. You can't partly believe in that name. You have to fully believe in that name. Alright, but I'm gonna jump to John 3:19. This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 19. And this is a condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. So the 2/3 are they like to do evil. Alright. That was casting their lot. Alright. Now the true wicked, the actual wicked nation, the wicked people who descend from wickedness, who descend from Satan, are the so-called white people, who are even white, they're red, but they're biblically known as the Edomites, alright, whose father is Esau, whose brother is Jacob, but we are polar opposites. Alright, the 2/3 are almost alike to Esau because they're heathens on this side. Alright, not all Israel is Israel. So 2/3 are basically heathens on this side. But in the kingdom, there will be children of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua again. Alright? Slakia. I'm gonna get into Second Ezra's chapter 15, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Alright? You heard that? Who's unfaithful? The 2/3 of Israel, who are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but seed goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are the true Israelites, and the 2/3 of those are the ones who don't hearken unto his word, and who don't put their faith in the true name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Alright. And why, you might ask, why is it so important to know the name? Alright. I'm gonna get into it right now. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Alright. I'm read down a little bit. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his own conceit. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. Who's a rich man? Who's a rich man of this world? Esau, the so-called white man. Alright, he is the rich of this world. Alright. Now, yes, you got black celebrities, but even they are under the curses, alright? But the rich of this world is the so-called, the white people who are biblically known as the Edomites. All right, and their wealth, their estate. That's their strong city. Our strong city or tower is the name of the Lord. So if you don't know that name, then you don't have your protection. All right. If you're an Israelite, you shouldn't be. Money isn't your blessing. Money is not an Israelite's blessing. The blessing of Israel is the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and the protection of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. I pretty much got all the scriptures. All right. I'll see where the Spirit leads me. Lord willing, I make another video in a little bit, in an hour or so. But stop the Spirit. All right. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, the blindness of elders and apostles, for teaching me his truth and real will. Shalom, Labakar Mabrakim, Sarah Charlotte, peace and blessings to the nation of Israel, in the Lashwan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. This is Ashak Bashian, Shalom.